So now I want to talk about models and projects. So in models and projects, so I've kind of used the terms interchangeably, but they are different. So a model is a single .rvt file, and a project is a collection of related .rvt files. So when you add a model to Kinship, we attempt to place it in the correct project. And we use things like where is the survey point? What is the file name? Where is it placed on disk? If you use like the ISO standard for the file name and you already have similarly named files, then we will put it in the same project as those. So we attempt to place the model in the correct project. If we can't figure out which project to put it into, then we will place it in an area called unassigned projects, and it can then be manually assigned. Unassigned models, it can then be manually assigned to a project. Only work shared models can be tracked in Kinship. So yeah, I mean, it has to be work shared. We collect our data during the sync with central time. Central files can be hosted on pretty much on any location. The examples I have here: shared drive, BIM 360, Revit server. So we're using the local file and the sync with central process, and so we are kind of agnostic as to where the central file is hosted. So models are added to Kinship in one of two ways. So they can be manually from Revit. So when a user first does a sync with central, a dialog pops up and asks the user whether they want to add it to Revit. And I'll show you what that looks like and talk about that in a bit more detail when we get there. Or automatically based on your team settings. So if you want, as admins, if you want to kind of decide whether models will be automatically added or automatically excluded from Kinship, there are settings that allow you to do that. If we have time today, I'll quickly cover that. If not, and that's something you want to know about, then I can certainly let you know how to set that up. Because some companies, some teams don't, want their engineers and architects to be, to just kind of see this dialogue. A user joins a project team by working on a model in that project. So the point here is that after you've invited a team member to join Kinship, that's about all you really ever need to do. They then get automatically assigned to any project team. So if they work on a project, they do a sync with central with it, with a model, then we will automatically add them to the team that works on that model and the project that model is part of. You don't need to do that. Families can be searched for and placed in models which are not tracked by Kinship. So although only work shared models can be tracked by Kinship, in terms of downloading families and placing them, you can do that in any model, and it can be work shared and not tracked by Kinship, or it can be just not work shared at all, and you can still place models in it, place families in it.